Dump the gain on you. Dump the gain on me. We sound weird. I don't know why.
Probably because we are
echo,
weird.
Because this is an echo chamber.
Yeah.
All right, whenever you're ready.
I'm ready. We're already live.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool. Why isn't your screen full?
Here it is. What do you know?
Better?
Get your ass to Mars.
Mission.
Wait.
15,
Counting?
14,
Show must go
13,
on, right?
12,
Mhm.
11,
I am the J-Town.
Gotta have time to masturbate.
Well, I think it kind of speaks for itself. He just goes completely anti-science.
I see money for naughty favors. Where's that mushroom toy?
Because that mushroom head seems to get in the
She had to
way.
draw the line at the blobfish.
She was what the kids would call a slut, which is a terrible thing to say, but apparently there's no denying she was one.
I want to apologize to all of you for what happened in there. In our competition for ratings, we all lost sight of why we got into show business in the first place.
Yeah, titties and beer.
Boredom mostly.
I guess he's not being charged for.
I was bored one day and decided to start a podcast called Nothing Yet Live. I am the J-Town.
I am your Miss Parker. Yelling into the camera is also L into the mic.
Somewhat therapeutic.
And I just want to shout out to our new fan.
Yeah.
We got some new fans, and
Said we were pathetic.
yeah.
They said for as many videos as we had.
You know what did you see what I did?
I didn't.
I said
I can't.
I said, and yet you are. I said thank you for watching, and then I sent a link to the Nothing Yet Live 2.0 and said watch some more.
Yeah, it's funny. You're Miss Parker.
Yeah,
handling the trolls as she does. Troll away. We don't care. Doesn't hurt at all.
We have fan. We have hater.
Yeah, I like hater. Haters are great. Look, speaking of hating, look, man, I may have hated a little hard on Matthew McConaughey yesterday. It's almost impossible for me not to say it the other way, but look, I mean, I get what he did. I give him some props for that. It must have been tough. But I'm like, again, like my retraction is that, like, where were you 10 years ago, bro? And where were you at Sandy Hook? Like, did that not matter? You know, I mean, was that not important enough? Did it have to hit home this hard?
Well, I'm going to play the devil's advocate a little bit here. He's from Uvalde.
Right. And I get that. And I was talking to some people and it was just like, why did he, you know, it had to be his hometown then before he like shows up to Congress and the White House and says like, look, and also look, good on you, Matthew McConaughey. Where are all your friends, son? I bet he's got $1 billion worth of friends, probably a few $1 billion worth of friends. Right. And like, where you at, bro? Like I kind of came off like it was too little too late, but it's not. It had to affect him personally. I mean, it's hard for me to identify with a bunch of grieving families in Texas when I'm sitting here next to the beach in Santa Cruz, where
I don't have any
parents. Only people who get shot here are homeless people.
Parents of young children are, we're all soul siblings in a way, even if we're nothing alike and we hate each other. That's the one thing we all have in common. And I don't care if they're in Texas. I don't care.
Right.
If they're,
humans. Even Matthew McConaughey just showed yesterday that he was a human. He's like, look, I mean, you were burnt up about it. I was burnt up about it. And then it's just like, I'm just like, I just started just watching my subscriptions that are like talking about cars and stuff, you know, just to not deal with it until I have to be here for you guys. So I apologize if I ripped on Matthew McConaughey a little hard yesterday, but in the end, I was just like, dude, where were you at? Like 10 years ago. This has been going on since I was a kid. And you're older than me. Well, not much, but you know, it's like, dude.
I think it's gotten worse.
No, it's gotten worse.
And it's because it's because there's news travels so fast and they always talk about the shooters.
Right. Well, I think it has something to do with the fact too that since like 1970, guns are like the leading cause of death of children.
Well, yeah, because parents don't lock
at first
them
it
up
was
and
like
play with them.
First it was like little Johnny shoots his friend in the face or shoots himself in the face and they're just like, keep your guns locked up. Now it's just like everybody gets guns and gun violence goes up.
Do you know what I learned recently? I don't know.
Anyway, good on you, Matthew McConaughey. I apologize I mean, I'm probably a little hating on you because I would love to be in your position. The difference is that I feel like I would do a lot more if I was that passionate about it. So we'll see what he does next.
Something
this way?
I learned recently, and I don't know if it's still true, but in Switzerland, you can buy a gun.
And they keep it for you.
Yes.
Yeah. And you get X amount of ammo to shoot and practice with.
But it's not, you don't keep it in your home.
Hey, in Israel, every single human serves in the military for like 3 years, 2 years.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't invade that country. We're a bunch of lunatics. We have a lot of trained people, but we have a shit ton of guns.
Every citizen, every adult citizen in Israel knows what the fuck they're doing.
Well, I mean, yeah, but it's a small country that works in those places.
Yeah,
so not necessarily here, but anyway,
we blow each other up here.
I apologize a little bit for what I said about Matthew McConaughey. I'm just like, dude, it's late. You're late. It's not too little, but it's late, and it's not too late. Like, bring your considerable weight to bear on our behalf, please, and thank you.
And run against Ted Cruz. There's still time. You
Yeah.
got the money.
Dude, do it.
Of course, don't take votes away from. No, wait.
Easy win.
That would be an easy win.
But we don't want to feel like, again, like Kid Rock is a smart guy. Bob is what his name is. He's a smart, clever fellow. But do I want him in the Senate? Fuck no. Remember when he was talking about running?
Well, it varies. I mean, how did you feel about Al Franken?
I felt like comedians are the smartest people in the world.
Actors are up there too.
Yeah, they're good at doing this kind of thing. So bring all the attention, please.
I should say good actors.
Right? Do it. Bring all your friends, right? Okay, so why didn't the cops rush into Uvalde during the shooting, right? Because it turns out that most of us that know things about ballistics and weaponry is that bullet-resistant vests do not stop shit. I mean, you might as well go in there. You might as well throw the weight off of you and sacrifice a level of protection for a level of mobility. And if you know what you're doing, and you'll realize too that what they realized, those cops, they didn't rush in there because body armor does fuck all against rifles. They just tear right through them.
I'm gonna just confirm.
I don't care what the fuck you've seen on YouTube.
I'm just gonna
go to Demolition Ramp, watch him rip through.
I'm just gonna confirm this because we confirmed this off air, and then I'm not gonna say probably anything for the rest of the segment because he knows what he's talking about, and I don't know shit. But we cleared up that bulletproof vests are basically for pistols.
Bullet resistant.
Bullet resistant vests are basically for.
The first time I learned that lesson was there was a Taco Bell in San Luis Obispo where the security guard was there, and he was on the phone, presumably with his wife or whatever, working the graveyard. Some dude walked up with an AK-47 and just eviscerated his ass. That bulletproof vest didn't do shit, man. Tore through that guy like it was nothing. And so, yeah, of course the cops are scared because they realize that body armor doesn't do shit. It's a falsehood. But would I sacrifice my mobility or my safety for mobility? The odds are that if it gives me a tiny bit of an edge, I'd go without the vest. Right? Like I would go without the vest and just be more careful because he's going to shoot you anyway. And what's your vest going to do when he shoots you in the face?
Okay, so I just want to say one thing about the cops in Uvalde. They're supposed to be trained to deal like with something like this, and there's like 60 of them, and you've got one shooter.
There's
running, no excuse.
They're all just running back and forth.
There's no excuse for them.
Why are they running around?
Yeah, and they're supposed to be. They're supposed to be tactically trained to go in there and position themselves in such a way that they are minimally.
I know no less than a dozen dudes that I could have just tossed a rifle to and went, go kill this fucker.
Well,
and they would have gone in and man, dude, I just bought a boat. Just made my 1,000th arrest. I just violated my 500 right this week. Don't I get a watch for that?
I just bullied a homeless man.
Yeah, that's one badge, you know.
I just kicked a skateboarder in the head.
Look, man, they didn't want to go in there because they didn't know where the guy was, and they are not like, who wants to shoot a kid by accident? You might, you know.
But these are little kids.
I know, aim high, right?
I mean, if there's a guy with a gun
All
and
dressed
he's
in
going to be
black.
at least a head taller than all of
Aim
the
high,
kids,
right.
they should be trained to know who to
Look,
shoot at in a situation like that.
If you don't know me, you don't know, like, I would have gone in there. If like, I have the training, I could have gone in there and at least slowed him down, you know, hopefully without shooting a kid. You know, that would be the goal. Bullets go through walls, right? So again, like, these guys were armored up and there was like 50 of them, and it took them over an hour to get in there.
And they didn't know
that
who the
guy.
shooter was at that point?
I don't know. I don't know the details. I wasn't there.
I'm guessing they didn't, because if you figure 18-year-old who just bought his first AK-15, I'm sorry, AR-15, I really don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. He doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Well, when those cops finally rolled up on him and sprayed the shit out of him, thank God he didn't have like a kid sitting in front of him.
Yeah.
Because really, you just need like one good shot. But most, like, put in that situation, you have to shut off a part of that lizard brain and forget about everything. You have one job. You have one job, and it's you know, to just get in the way. Stop. He's got plans. You have to foul his plans. And if it costs a few officers, right, it's like, I'm all right with that. Feel bad for their families, but again, they signed up for it.
When it comes to children, I think they should be like the Secret Service. They should be absolutely willing to sacrifice themselves for innocent children in a school. I mean, maybe that's a stupid
But they
statement that
realize-
somebody could deconstruct.
Look, you see a cop rolling around and he's got body armor on, it means fuck all. Like, it doesn't mean anything. It won't stop a high-powered rifle. Go right through the vest, right through him, right through the fucking wall, through the tree outside and shit. Like, so, you know, as those, like, nobody wanted to take responsibility for it. And then they lied about it. And it's just like, dude, how do you think you can lie? Right? And I mean, I don't know.
It was
It's
recorded.
like, dude, I'd have been like, this school's about to get renamed after me because I'm going in there. Right. And, you know, I mean, it's funny that you see these cops, they train all the time shooting, but they don't ever get shot at. I mean, cops are a big fan of shooting unarmed people. Right. But when you're facing off with a guy who has body armor, lots of weaponry, and you might rethink, you know, that you have kids, you might be like, I'm still making mortgage payments. I'm still doing, that might override like everything, you know? So, I mean, what they did was human, but what they didn't do was their job.
Right.
That's
a good way to put it. Yeah.
That was it, man. Look, all you got to do is die for us. That's protect and serve. Both those things. Try to get it right sometimes, at least sometimes. Also, next time you see an unarmed black man, try not to shoot him or choke him or do whatever it is you guys do in, was it Missouri, Minneapolis?
Minneapolis. I mean, you
One of those.
You want the whole list?
Yeah, or just the top 10. One of those flyover states.
Yeah.
All right, we'll be back in a moment.
I am your Ms. Parker.
And this
is Nothing Yet Live. And my cursor was.
That was funny. Nice job catching me off